Hello everyone, welcome back to Familial Age of Wonders 4. The Blint Saga returns for Chapter 4 of the Rise of the Godia.
Choose your destination.
And today we challenge the Eternal Court, the fourth and final mission that I played off camera. So do know a little bit of what to expect. Of course, in the Blint Saga, we are here not just to complete the story, but to achieve. And this realm has an achievement called Snap Out of It. In Rise of the Godia, the Eternal Court, defeat Meandor through regular conquests. Now originally, this Blint was going to be shaped by Balthazar Gelt, the Supreme Patriarch. But with how close the last poll was for Glint, I thought it was only fair to change it a little bit. Today, the Wild Hunt begins as we join the Covenant once more to investigate the haunted forests of Aldwild, origin world of the Elves, confront the mad wizard king who has cast the realm into the shadows of undeath, and free the trapped souls within. This realm has rampant undeath, so there are a bunch of undead to fight. The curse of undeath, the inhabitants of this realm are cursed with a restless death. Marauder and Free City units gain the curse of undeath, so they come back from the dead after they die with 30% of its max hit point after one turn, and there is a low population, which will not feature many civilizations. Let us save the realm. We are, of course, going to be on hard difficulty because I am, in fact, a seasoned veteran of strategy games, even if it doesn't always look like it.
Your journey starts.
So allow us to create our Blints. Are they going to let me pick? The way I do this is I just find the original Blint and then I modify him. Is he here? There's my boy.
What is your people's form?
So, of course, we are a Blint. However, due to the restrictions, the features, if you will, of the Primal culture, we cannot choose an adaptation. And this time, we will not be underground. We are going to be one of the very few Blints that are not underground. But they will be cheerful. Of course, they're being led by their wild god, the apex of the Asurai civilization, Orion. So they're, of course, very cheerful. They also have quick reflexes, so they're harder to hit by ranged attacks by 25%. I don't know if I've ever used this before, but it seems appropriate for the elves. And they're strong, increasing their melee and physical range attack by +2, and single shot melee and physical ranged by +4. Now,
is their origin
we
culture?
are playing as the Primal culture. When it comes to the Asurai, this is both appropriate and not appropriate. So we're going to have to use a little bit of suspension of disbelief, if you will. But we are going to be the Sylvan Wolf. So we start in the forest. Of course, the Wood Elves live in the forests, specifically the Forest of Athelorn. The forest provinces are favored terrain and gain +3 draft. We have access to the Primal Wolf Summon. Wolves are often depicted as accompanying Orion, so that works out. Units have Forest Walk and the Sylvan Wolf's Boon. Now, if we wanted to be underground, we would have to be Tunneling Spider, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, even less sense, for the Wood Elves. So we're going to go with this. He joined the ranks of like 2 other Blints, I think, that start above ground.
What defines their society?
As for our society, well, there are a few great choices here. But we're going to be going with Fabled Hunters. It's the Wild Hunt. Come on. We gain 75% resources from clearing an infestation, Ancient Wonder, or resource node, and use regenerate an additional 5 HP per turn. We also start with an extra range unit. Now, the starting range unit for the Primal culture makes 0 sense for the Wood Elves, so we're just going to have to kind of roll with it until we get a proper one. Just go with it. It'll be fine. Now, at this point, I was a little torn, because Druidic Terraformers makes a lot of sense for them. That's kind of like their shtick. However, we're going to min-max a little bit. Just a touch. And we're going to go Relentless Crusaders. Now, the Wild Hunt has been sounded. The horns of war have begun. So it only makes sense that we go on a crusade. Gain 2 Imperium for each Empire unit killed after successful combat. This reward increases by +1 for each level of evil alignment of the faction they belong to. We're in the realm of undeath. there's a lot of evil that's about to be found. We also gain grievances against players who have evil, and we gain plus 10 alignment. This is partially more appropriate, I feel. So, we're going to go with it in a special tool
Tome of magic.
that'll help us out later. We are, of course, going to be primarily fully dedicated to nature. For those of you who have waited for the nature playthrough, the wait is over. We're going to be so natural, you won't believe it, al natural. So of course we're starting with the Tome of Roots.
What is your ruler's
And of course,
age?
Blint Orion is a champion
Reveal yourself.
of his people. Allow me to create the master of the wild hunt. Behold the master of the wild hunt. Blint. This is our first time ever having a ranger gaudier. My, it's taken a while to get here, hasn't it? I suppose the first one was technically Ulve, forever ago, back when this wasn't quite a thing yet. But, yeah, we have our javelin, the spear of Kurnos, and we shall begin the hunt. Look at our little peoples. The Wood Elves have two different mounts, usually. The Christmas Cavalry, as it's known in the Total War community, the Elks, or Eagles. Unfortunately, the Primal culture doesn't really use mounts. Like, I think only their Scout gets a mount, even if you do, like, a special mount thing. Unless it's been changed since the last time. So, we just have our Scout on an Elk.
Your
No
journey begins.
big deal. Lord, Master of the Wild Hunts. Hunter. Blint. The Under King in the Woods. There. There we go. The Deep Asrai. There we go. And of course, we are in Athel Lauren, because we're actually above ground for once. What shall our ambition be? We could technically do Shepherd. Because eventually our entire faction is going to be a plant if everything goes according to plan. It could just take some time to get here. Evolve or promote a unit in this hero's army. What do you mean promote? Wait, hold on. What do you mean promote? I don't think we're actually going to be able to make this happen. Although Druid seems pretty good. This is like a late game ambition. Do we want a late game ambition? Usually getting the ambitions done as soon as possible is kinda good. Shall we try it out though? Because like nothing else here really makes sense, I don't think. So we could try Challenger, because Aggressive Tactician is essentially the Horn of the Wild Hunt. But I think I'm going to try Druid, because I don't know when, or excuse me, Shepherd. I don't know when we're ever going to get a chance to do this again. But I would just like to flash a big red warning. With my current build plotted, I will not really be able to make use of this until later. So just keep that in mind as we march forward to be, I don't know, does any of this actually make sense? Here, Protective Sage, done. Alright. And so we march into Story Realm 4, with Blint, the Under King in the Woods. Rise of the Gaudier, the Eternal Court.
After seizing the Gildercoil, the Shadrai suddenly disappeared. This concerned most Gaudier, the members of the Covenant in particular, who were actively opposed to the Shadrai and their schemes. However, none knew how to follow the Shadrai, or what their destination was. The Covenant convened in Magehaven to debate. The Athlan ruler Sundran proposed to seek out Prince Meandor, her uncle. Meandor was a powerful wizard of death, and the heir of the fallen house in Eok. He was the first Athlan to discover Magehaven, and had guided many banished wizards there, including the Shadrai, saving them from eternal torment in the darkness that lay between the realms. If anyone could track down the Shadrai wizards, it was Meandor. However, For reasons unknown or unfortunate, Meandor had elected to exile himself to Oldweald, the ancient home world of the elves, where he established a realm for himself. Since then, concerning reports had reached Magehaven. The shadow of death had washed over the vibrant forests, its cities haunted by lingering souls and roaming spirits who are unable to finish their journeys to the well of creation. Many elves had since fled the realm, reporting that Meandor was responsible for its fall. He had vowed to restore his beloved lost elven court to its old glory. Dark magic followed him and his apparitions, as he turned the realm itself against anyone who dared enter his waking dream of the past. The Covenant saw no choice but to send a fearless Godier to reclaim this eternal court from the renegade wizard of shadows.
Welcome to the Eternal Court. The wild hunt shall commence. What do we got? Ancestral Harmony. Target friendly unit heals 15 temporary hit points, and if Fury of the Sylvan Wolf is active, heal twice the amount. So this is our cultural mechanic, the Fury of the Primal Spirit. For us, that is, of course, the Sylvan Wolf. As we gain stacks from attacking or doing special actions, once we reach 5 stacks, we gain +3 spirit damage on hits, and +2 spirit damage per friendly unit adjacent to the target. And then we lose a stack and go down and such. Being able to abuse this is one of the greatest things about Primal Culture when they released. It was nerfed slightly, but we'll see what kind of old tricks we can get up to. We also have a healing route where we heal and get regeneration. Fantastic. You arrive at the realm called the Eternal Court. Even though the flowers bloom and the birds sing, the air feels stale. You are joined by First Torchbearer Sundran of House Eniok, who frowns upon arrival. This is not how Oddweld was described to me. As one of the origin worlds of the elves, it was to be lush and grand. Deep down, all elves long for this world, but she suddenly winces and grabs her head. Do you hear that? Whispers. Something is very wrong in this realm. Something here affects me. Sundran says, I do not trust my senses. I will follow your lead, Blint. We should find what ails the Eternal Court. Alright, I will investigate what happened here. Now remember, our goal is to acquire the achievement of beating down Meandor the good old-fashioned way. So, alternatives that are presented... Oh, we get her. I forgot about that. She has the aggressive tactician. Okay. Options that are presented to us, we will not be able to take. We begin with... Ooh, our army is small. A Protector. This is a Tier 1 Shield Boy. It's a pretty good Shield Boy, too. Not too shabby. And we start with 2 Primal Darters. Again, this makes 0 sense for our culture. Or, our inspiration, the Azurai. But we're just going to deal with them until we get a proper range unit. And, of course, we have a single scout. So we'll have her join us. We actually have the first Spirit Den right next to our capital city, which is fantastic. Our unique Primal construct is the... What is this? This is the production building. The Woodcarver's Workshop. It gives draft, production, and food. So, pretty spicy. I think we'll start with that. I'm just going to auto the scouts. And we're going to want more frontline because we currently have none. Zero. Let's see where we are on the map. We are kind of top left. All right, all right. If I remember correctly, there are 4 other characters on the map for us to negotiate with. It might not be a bad idea to try and get to the corner. There's a wizard's tower there. Consider it done. We also have a pasture here, which is pretty good. Although I should probably clear... It's fine. We can follow the road and see where life takes us. For our first research... Ooh, Vine Prison. Do we bring back the good old days? This is one of the classic abuse strats, but I think we're going to wait. We can probably start with... I mean, these are both exceptional. It's probably not worth locking for all of my mana. We'll see. We'll start with Poison Arrow. We have 2 ranged characters thanks to our starting Feature? Ah, production. Look at that. That's nice. Good. So this was what, a forester? You have led your deep Azrai, ardent followers of the Sylvan Wolf, to a new realm when something catches your eye. Not far from Athel Lauren, a wondrous tree pulsates with invigorating energy. Its strangely familiar energy inspires you, even from afar. A faint howl on the wind calls to you. Your eyes fixed on the tree, you discern a faint apparition of immense power. Could it be? Is that the ancestral spirit of your deep Azrai, the Sylvan Wolf herself? Does the Sylvan Wolf, whom your people intimately call Oath Mother, truly grace this realm? You should visit the Sylvan Wolf Den presently. Oath Mother, here I shall meet her right away. Shall I? Sundran approaches you, concerned. Master of the Wild Hunt Blint, Under King in the Woods. That is a mouthful of a title. I have received some concerning reports from my scouts. Many people in this realm seem to be ghastly. I am not sure why these spirits are here. Lingering souls are not uncommon, but this density is problematic. Perhaps there are some... These are the voices I keep hearing. Whispering. She gazes over the realm and seems to remember something. I heard this realm was home to many elven cities. Surely one of them withstood this ghostly incursion. There used to be an elven empire in the east. I suggest we venture there and find others who may know more. Alright. I just remembered. Athelorn can have my stone. So, this is here. Our quest is to venture... Oh. Ooh, wait. Wait a minute. Wait one darn tootin' second. Well, alright. We'll go this way. There's one right here, but it wants me to go here. Now, it's kind of important for us to actually annex these, because we get benefits for having them in our domain. And we can unlock new buildings with it. Do we want to annex one immediately, or do we want to... I'm not sure, actually. You might want to go for food. Not too shabby. The Duskblade. Now, we're not playing a dragon, so I don't have to hoard this crap. Get a scout out and get you moving. We do have some forests around us. Remember, every forest we have within our domain gives us 3 drafts. We are 3 turns out getting the Blight enchantment. Good. We have enough... That was an explosion. We have enough funds now to lock Blight Blades. We are going to want to wait. I think we want everything to be in the stack before we pick up this level up. 4 gold to boost that. So let's get farm going. I don't think I want to boost that right now. I will attract Pop here. With the forester here, that'll get the pasture so we can start really producing. Life is good. We march on. We might be building a city over here, actually, near this. Might not be a bad idea. Get that trank pool as well. We aren't going to have any Materium in this playthrough. At least I'm not planning for any Materium. For Metropolitan Society. But I still like building cities next to each other. Feels good inside, you know? As your troops approach the band of mercenary guards, they raise the white flag. We were hired by a rich merchant to look after the banner. The leader of the gang, a daylight spear, explains. We expected to protect it from roaming scoundrels, not against a full-fledged assault. Please accept our surrender and let us go. So... we have no quarrel. It's actually kind of interesting where the Wood Elves, the Asphodai, stand on the scale of good versus evil. Because if you draw the line between... In Warhammer Fantasy, there are typically 2 factions. Kind of. There's the forces of order, and then there's the forces of destruction. And if you had to draw the line, order would be where the Asurai fall, the forces of civilization. If you had to. But they're no strangers to destroying anyone who enters their sacred forest as well. So it's a little complicated. Now, we are playing a ranger, but we are 100% a skirmisher. We have the javelin. We can kind of tango in melee. We are the hunter. So we want the skirmishing training and this, and we want to be able to brawl. But I think also Decisive Command is probably one of the goats to pick up. I haven't played Immortal Champion in so long. I forgot they get this. This allows us to restore AP to a non-hero unit, but the upgrade Decisive Command allows us to do it for free. And I think that's just too strong to pass up. So we'll grab that first. I think the grab would be the healing thing, but we'll see. Now, Sundran is also a ranger, but she is not a skirmisher. Interesting. I wonder why this is here. So, it might not be a bad idea to get Scattershot. I've never actually liked Scattershot. This might sound surprising. We'll just go Ranger. She's just going to shoot people with her pew-pew. New Imperative Album skill is available. It is the Fruitful Integration. Sure. That allows us to establish cities really quick. Fun fact, I think lore-wise, the Asurai are not very good at establishing new cities. They kind of have their... I know I said I was going to let these auto, but I mean... They have their forest, and that's kind of it. They portray this pretty well in Total War Warhammer, where, like, the elves... The Wood Elves specifically can only... build outposts, kind of, if you will. Poison arrows are in. Ooh, this is a good one. We'll lock it and grab Blight Blades. Getting these enchantments early can be very taxing on mana, but we'll see if we can make it happen. Supposedly this is a safe battle. Okay. This battle will be a lot easier if I got the Daylight Spear. But the Wood Elves are not very accepting of other cultures joining them. In fact, there are even factions, led by none other than Dranka herself, that just are completely against... Are we actually going to get anything out of this? We'll find out. Completely against other... even just the elves. The Drake is a dark dryad, as they call her. So... Cool. This is the disengaging shot. I remember they were talking about the tech for this. With the, Why does... Wait. Is it because of the Awakening? Oh, this is a new tech feature. Does this require you to be in... Oh, it's a one-hit range. Okay. So yeah, the idea behind that is that... Yeet. It's so close. If I stand on this corpse, we're chilling, right? There's a special trick to this. I just don't really remember what it was. Yeah, I remember them discussing the tech for implementing the jump back situation. Good times. I don't think we want that one. Might even just put this guy in defense mode again. Alright. Oh. Big shots. So we can command you. Orion, or Blint can come from the rear. In the rear with the gear. Looking good. Alright. Now see, the old... The old Butcher Ogre might be able to just one-tap me here, but they were nerfed. For good reason. So yeah, we can stand on the corpse and prevent them from coming back from the dead. If we can find a way to corpse seat, we can also do that, but I don't think that's part of our part of our thing either. I believe it leveled up. We're going to give him the foraging training. Orion would have that. Sundra's just going to keep shooting. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. Da-da-doo-da-bup-bup. Oh, look at that. Weird gate. Okay. That sounds like a Zinchian thing to me. And that's unacceptable. I think we don't want to spend our Imperium. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? A Libarby? This is like a lot of research compared to what we're currently working with, so I think we'll take it. I'm an enjoyer of the Libarby. Everyone knows I love knowledge. Thanks to the food pick up there, we are expanding. We have another scout as well. We can go this way. I will put her on auto. And we want a farm. With the note on it. By getting a Sylvan Wolf in our domain, we can now build the Sylvan Wolf Temple. Which is what? Annex provinces with the Sylvan Wolf Den and service provinces within a radius equal to the city tier, grant +5 mana, and per turn, one of the provinces gains 4. So we automatically terraform, which is why the Druidic Terraformers go so well with this culture. We have 3 scouts out. Do we want a 4th? Probably not. Maybe so? Sure. We can always delete them if they start getting a little too expensive. What are you standing on? Production? Ooh. Mine. Yoink. There's a crypt here. This guy is heading towards Vision. Ooh, City Ruins. In a fantastic spot. This might be city number 3. Numero Trace. Poison Arrow is ready. I should have cast this first, of course. This will give our ranged units and our skirmisher units, once we get them, +2 blight damage, minus physical damage, and a chance of inflicting poison. Very much in line with the Wood Elves, being able to bring to bear the might of the forests. Of course, that gives us some mana upkeep, which is not ideal, but we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. What? Wow, we found a whole bunch of elven civilizations. I thought you said go east, not west. Alright, now you can auto-explore. You are going this way. Athelorn can annex. We want provinces, like this gold mine. This production building. Get a quarry. That'll boost the shrine so we can get mana upkeep. It's all well and good. Life as well. Magistrate Vandir Polis of the Free City Morn greets you with a small measure of awe. Most valiant Blint, under King in the Woods, Morn extends a cautious hand in welcome. Apprehension and excitement steer our words in equal measure. Seldom have we encountered one such as you, risen to the ranks of mortality to champion their people. How, one cannot help but wonder, will you endeavor to rule these lands, for good or for ill will? Now, as I mentioned, the Asurai were not particularly interested in others. But, we can see how they feel about us. This could be concerning, but we'll see. We'll try, you know? We'll try and be friends. Gonna have to go clear this sheep. We have completed our research, so we'll start casting the Blight Blades. And I wouldn't mind this enchantment, but mana. See if we can get Entwined Thrall. There were a number of Forest Spirit type critters in the roster of the Wood Elves, so not that big of a deal. That is a Bone Dragon? Hello? Don't think we care about any of those at the moment. Ooh, the Eternal Court. That's the name of this realm. Sundran approaches you. Disturbed, she rubs her temples. The realm, it whispers to me. I hear voices of those I thought long lost. They call me. They ask for me to meet them. I can no longer ignore these voices. Please, a master of the wild hunt, Blint Hunter, King of the Woods, I must go to them. Please, allow me to visit the sources of the voices I keep hearing. Sure. Where is it? Okay, it's over there. It just tells me where the Elven Ruler is? Alright. Fair enough. When you arrive at the Sylvan Wolf Den, the visage of the Sylvan Wolf that lured you there has disappeared. Yet you hear a howling echo among the trees. You feel watched, judged. You examine the enthralling tree and notice that creatures of all sizes found refuge in its bark and branches. The Oath Mother's influence is palpable here. You recall ancient legends that promise formidable boon to the most ardent torchbearers of the Oath Mother. Claim this territory so you may build the Sylvan Wolf Temple, which invokes the power of the Sylvan Wolf to slowly turn your domain into forests, where your deep Astrai thrive. Win Oath Mother's favor by securing at least 3 Sylvan Wolf dens and build the Sylvan Wolf Temple. The Sylvan Wolf is guaranteed to notice your devotion. For Oath Mother's glory, I will secure her dens and build her temple. It's a little spooky. Okay, so we want to build a city on a nodeless domain, which is still adjacent to all this crap. So, I mean, this ain't a bad spot. Bonk, 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 bonk. Wonder, wonder, wonder. Okay. Do I think I can take this? I don't remember what the effect of the Tranquil is in combat. It's gonna be a little sketch. See how we're feeling. How's the AI do? Yikes. If there's any good news, it's that I have a plan. Is this the removes all status effects? So I might not want to awaken people yet. Okay. I have a long-term strategic plan. I think we can call it safely. I think the purge went off, or is it going to go off now? Let's find out. Purge me now so I'm not poisoned. Or is it this turn? I don't know. You might just cleanse, or heal Blinty Boy. Then he can toss his, spear. Cool. His javelin. Which presently possesses no special features, but it will. In time. Okay. I don't think she'll do particularly well in melee, but we'll see how we feel. Oh, right, they come back from the dead. Right. I believe it only triggers once, though. I hope, anyway. So we will decisive you. Big shots. I think what we can do is we can toss the javelin here, and then she can just stand on this and shoot this guy. And she can tank him. She has enough health. So we'll just, oh, okay. Sure. No big deal. Nice, this went well, I think. Not too shabby. Was it my second playthrough ever I used the Curse of Undeath? The Stranger. My, that was so long ago now. Oh, unicorn. That actually makes sense for her, I think. We're just gonna go with it. Alrighty. Sundran of House Eniok has her first talent. Talento! 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 We're going to go Initiate of Nature. Maybe she makes more sense Order, actually. Hold on, let me think about this for a second. Order might make more sense for her. Does it? Shield of Faith, Condemning Strikes. You know what? We'll do Order for her. I don't actually... If any lore experts want to chime in... I know there's at least one. Blint, however, Orion, the Under King in the Woods, is definitely going to go Initiative Nature. Now, we're not going to go for the animal shenanigans. We'll go for Blight Strengths. And now, it's time for him to start becoming what he was always made to be. Skirmishing Monstrosity. We can actually get Sundran to trigger this. This should be a safe battle. It was indeed. Well done. Now that she has Zeal, she's actually pretty effective against the undead. Ooh, nice cartography tent. Sylvan Wolf Temple is in. We probably want the shrine first. Next turn we'll be at... We'll be able to go to tier 2. Here is the Blight Blade, which of course I should have done first. If there's any consolation, the undead are blight resistant, so this actually is kind of a bad thing for me to get. I said love you. It's fine. For this particular map, it's not ideal. Sage Eugenia Mirabilis of the Free City Weirdgate greets you with a sage, vaguely insufferable expression. Salutations, Blint, Under King in the Woods. The immortal ancients of Weirdgate extend a hopeful wish of mutual neutrality. Our diviners foretold of your presence in these lands. We seek only to further our understanding of the arcane arts and remain amenable to fostering a mutually beneficial relationship with your mighty empire. If we cannot, we hope that we can at least stay out of each other's way. This sounds like Zinchian corruption, if you ask me. These might be deleted. I also don't have a Whispering Stone for you, so... Morn isn't gonna make it, team. They're gonna get absorbed by somebody else. You may be Zinchian corruption, but maybe we can work something out. Alright. We keep on exploring. Oh. A little bit of pain. Athel Lauren. We can grab a mine, I suppose, because this is going to transform provinces around it. So we want to kind of get everything around it if we can. We can go here next. Again, we want to clear that. But, we'll get there in time, I'm sure. Alright, Ranger 2 is in. So now we do more physical and ranged damage. We have a hero willing to join us. Now, the Wood Elves. The Wood Elves had Glade Lords. Are they called Spellweavers? Were they mages? And trees. So Spellblade's not overly accurate. Unfortunately, a Death Knight is completely inaccurate. And Defender's alright. You're also a Shepherd. I can't make use of that for a while. I don't think we care about this stuff. New Empire skills are available. We have Diggy Dig and we have Soil Tenders. I'm an enjoyer of Soil Tenders. I've come around on Soil Tenders. So we'll grab that soon-ish, but not yet. Ooh, a blue faction that we met. You meet Wild Guardian Sylvani Laurel, who leads what seems to be the few remaining living souls on the realm. Thank the Allfather for your arrival, Master of the Wild Hunt Blint, Under King of the Woods. The Eternal Court, this realm on our beloved homeworld, was once a beautiful place, Sylvani laments. Now a terrible curse has taken it. Souls of the dead roam like the living. Many who lived here either fled or perished themselves, their souls unable to move on. Something, or someone, is keeping them here. I have tried to investigate, but I could not venture far. And nevertheless, I will share everything that I know. Oh, cool, we get bonus knowledge. Go on. Sylvani inhales deeply. It all started after Shadow Prince Mandor of House Eniok settled here. He is a savior of many, but I fear he has gone mad. When Mandor arrived in this realm, he was welcomed with open arms, as any elf would be. However, as time passed, he grew more disturbed. He would mutter about past betrayals and speak to people no one else saw, but we dared not intervene. Not long after, souls started to roam. I believe Shadow Prince Meandor of House Eniok is the cause of all this. His undead consort, Dark Lady Milenis the Lifeless, arrived recently and claimed a throne in the south. She may know more. That is our first player, and she likes us. Isn't that nice? We're going to form a city of the Deep Azerai. Normally I like to build a wall first, but we're just going to believe that we're not going to be attacked. We're just going to have faith. It all shall be well. Ooh, we have some lava. Now, as you know, there are new lava mechanics. We'll see if we can do some stuff. It makes 0 sense for the Wood Elves to have anything related to lava. That's fine. Primal Primal Communion grants our cultural features to non-cultural units. We will have a few of them. So we will grab that. Athelorn can expand even faster. Shall we head to this mana node? Farms are good, mana node's good. It's all good. Sundran of House Eniok has leveled up. We do want to get this eventually for her, because she will be leading her own stack eventually. We could YOLO this and see what we get. I wouldn't mind Torah the Knife. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. The Lores of Magic wielded by... Oh, they have the Lore of Shadow, don't they? Does Death Knight actually make sense for, like, the curse aspect? So the Wood Elves, of course, their biggest thing is, like, the Lore of Life. But they also have the Lore of Shadow. Can they use the Lore of Fire? Can they? I think they can. Shadow and Life is the most obvious one for them, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Prospecting Governor. We get a Frontliner. Another Shepherd, which, again, this is not something we can make use of now. But eventually. Alright. Let's do it. Let's get our Spellblade. Let me see if I can cook a little bit with this character. Just a touch. The Lance of Glory. Allow me to introduce Lord Araloth, the bold champion of Ariel, and the Lord of Talson. He hunted a demon, or something. And so, this would be well fun. Also, I did double check. Apparently, the Wood Elves canonically have access to all 8 main lores of magic, as well as the lore of dark and the lore of high magic. So, we gotta do whatever we want. Apparently. So he shall lead our second Gloria stack. And they're going to take out this Brigand camp and clear out this stuff for us to continue expanding Athalorn. You need some protectors, a Primal Darter. We're going to be tier 2, which means we're going to have access to our incredible support class. We have some of the best support in the game, actually. So much so that once upon a time, a strategy was to have a stack full of support units. Just because they can really facilitate the abuse of the Primal Summoning. So I think that's going to be good fun. Our Entwined Thrall is ready. I don't think we need it with this stack. I think this wants to go with our Lord Araloth, the Bold. He was not always so bold, but he is now. Probably not a bad idea to get the foundation while I can afford it. Actually, new question. Can I afford it? Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. We have an herbalist. This is from, I think, our lore. Our book. And then the Sylvan Megalith is part of our culture. Counts as a conduit, but it doesn't provide us any mana, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. But we'll hold off until later. So our tier 2 units are the Animus. This is our support unit. It's actually the goat. They nerfed it a little bit, but they can't keep it down. You know what I'm saying? Part of what makes it so strong is that it can grant, its healing grants 3 stacks of Rising Fury. And then, if the Animus itself has 5 stacks, it can summon a Primal Wolf. Now, of course, this only lasts for 3 turns, but if you have multiple Animus, they can heal each other and then facilitate the mass summoning of Primal Wolves. It's good fun. We also get access to our Shock unit, which is the Primal Charger. I've never been overly impressed with these fellers, but we'll see if we can put them to work. You're still waiting. And Blitty Boy is taking down the Haunted Graveyard. Nailed it. Now, we could... Actually, we could cheese something, couldn't we? These are plants. Shocker. So if I can summon 5 of them, I can actually immediately trigger the Druid, or the Shepherd, which is at least something. Might not be a bad idea. We probably also want to get Diggy Dig. I'm not sure if we want to stay down here Diggy Digging, but we could Diggy Dig a touch. Because we're healing up anyway, right? We have founded Flockholm. No, we didn't. We have founded Talson. Ooh, Champion Governor. Now look, this is Talson. I suppose the name could be changed if we need to, but we're going to have Sundran here for now because Champion Governor is just kind of insane. So, yeah. We made it for What's-His-Face, but it's going to have to wait. That's right, your name is What's-His-Face, What's-His-Face. Oh. Probably should have made that a Forester, actually. That's fine. We'll get another expansion before this is done. Or another growth. Okay. Looking good. Literally 0 reason to queue anything. I would spawn more plants if we had more mana, but we don't. You meet the ghosts of 2 regal elves, ruling the ghostly city of memory of Sylvanas. Sundran gasps. Father, Thanis, this isn't possible. Oh, that was to give us lore about him. Hello, Sundran. The fallen king and his son Thanis say in unison. Daughter, sister, it has been a long time. We have missed you. Sundran recoils, covering her ears. No, she begs. Make it stop. You did not save us, the 2 spirits continue. When we were betrayed, when we were killed, you were weak, Try to hide your dark side. You can unmask now. Join us. Sundran whimpers as the spirits beckon her. Join us in death. Join us in eternity. You know you want to. Uh-oh. Do not listen to them, Sundran. We must fight to release them from their curse. Alright, so we'll clear this up. Unfortunately, I don't think I have anyone that can pick this up. So we'll clear this, and then we'll head back to begin our war, because the memory of Sundran is over here. And this could be our ally soon, TM, possibly, considerably. If you build the palisade gate or walls on the outposts, then your city will have one when you inevitably yoink it. So now we have the Trank Pool. It is 10% cheaper to research skills, and we get 20 knowledge. That also boosted the palisade walls, so life is swell. We excavated but didn't get anything. It's fine. Life is often disappointing. Protectors in, Primal Darters coming in, then we'll get an Animist. Recruit, 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 recruit. There's our first magical material. Money! And another Sylvan Wolf Den. Okay. Because we're nature, we are actually going to reach this. But I'm not sure if that's something we want to do. Communion is in. I don't know if we can cast it, but it's time for our second tier 1 tome. Now, when it comes to Orion. Orion was different every year. He was a wood elf noble, would be brought to the heart of Athelorn, the Oak of Ages. And, is it Tir Un Edros? I think is his actual name. And he would be transformed, shaped by Ariel, to Orion. But that would also carry the preferences and the personality of the wood elf noble that was transformed into the master of the wild hunt. So I could use that excuse to kind of deviate a little bit, but I'm not going to. We did that in the Glint campaign. I used excuses to just do whatever I wanted. We have a very focused goal here. We are nature with a touch of zeal.
The fervor of righteousness is a gift unto your subjects. When it courses through their veins, they become mightier, more valiant. They brush off their wounds and any pain, shielded by the holy knowledge that they are in the right. Those who reject your gift shall know condemnation, and it shall wither their very souls.
So the wood elves were not holy, if you will, but there was a lot of divinity involved in their existence. So, to me, it makes sense to invoke zeal. I do want this. Do I think I can take it? Possibly. We'll see. Blint, the Under-King in the woods, enters the tomb dedicated to the lost mother, lost Empress Eleanor of House Eniok. She herself appears frustrated. I was an empress, the wife of lost Emperor Eniok the Fallen, returning here after giving life to the crown prince of the Valley of Wonders. Why do I think a lord just dropped? Now I am used as a mere pawn to bewitch my very own son. I will not stand for this. I demand that you free my son from this disgrace. She gestures, and faint lines appear around her, like webbing or the ropes of a puppeteer. I will not fight you, master of the wild hunt, Blint, Under-King in the woods. Remove the threads that bind me to the spell cast by that spindly witch hiding underground. Leave until you've gained enough affinity to break the spell. Huh. Okay. Sure thing. Is it 7 of 1 affinity? Oh, hey, you declared friendship. That's great. I would return the favor. I'm going to hold off on casting that. Our skirmisher units are the only ones so far not of our culture. But, oh boy, we don't have mana. So I guess we get a quarry next turn to get the mana stone or the frost shield. So one of the we don't know much about Aulathor. Actually, there's not a lot of lore for the Wood Elves, unfortunately. Or should be Erloth. What? What happened here? We don't know he had a hunting spear. So I think Lance does make sense, but at the moment, we might go... Well, do we want to go Duskblade? The undead are immune to 2 of these? I guess it depends on the undead. Skeletons are immune to bleeding. And all undead are immune to poison? Whatever, we'll try Duskblade. We'll try it. If we don't like it, we'll use something else. Alright, and we'll bonk this on our way. Troops of Morn... Oh. We'll head down here to the Enchanted Den. We're just about ready to go. I did say I wanted a quarry. I want that too, though. But we'll get a quarry. That surrounds the... Oh yeah, I forgot. It changes them every turn, doesn't it? Even if they're not part of your domain. That will allow us to get the Mana Obelisk, which should fix our mana problem. Which grows by the hour. The hour grows dark. And manaless. I do like Natural Recovery, but we're going to hold off on that. Because we're going to be able to build roads and un Memento. Act of Loyalty. It might not hurt to get Pacification. Ugh. Alright, fine. We'll get Pacification. We're going to build the mana thing, and then we're going to build the Wizard's Tower. Because I like Imperium. We'll just put it in the queue so I have stuff. I have it all ready to go. Ooh, production! Nice. This is why it's a good idea to have scouts on auto explore. It was finally explained to me, and I finally got it through my thick skull after all this time. But if you have scouts that are not auto exploring, you're missing out on a bunch of random pickups that you're probably not going to find just because it's a hassle. You know? I probably want growth here. I could boost this. Boost. Wouldn't hurt to boost it here. What do we need? Oh, that could only be a forester. Nice. We do have spells to cast, but I don't have mana to cast them, so... yeah. Good talk, everyone. Ho ho! Is that the spindly wench... Wretch, whatever she called her. Could be. Legion of Zeal is in. And there's Conjure Primal Wolf. So Legion of Zeal is a enchantment for pretty much all of our units that gives them Zeal. We just fixed our mana problem. Let's make it worse. As you approach the cave, you smell fresh blood, but find no signs of life. Having entered the cave, you and your companions find the remains of a brutal fight. The carcass of an adult unicorn lies alongside her offspring. The two of them appear to have been ambushed in what was supposed to be a safe haven. Upon closer inspection, it looks as though the animals were viciously attacked by a wild caustic worm. You freeze when an ear-piercing shriek resounds in the cave, and the same bloodthirsty caustic worm emerges from the dark, its rabid eyes fixed on you. 50-50. I think we just, bonk him. We bonked him. The wild threat has been dealt with, and you have the opportunity to search the cave. You order the bodies of the unicorn and her offspring to be removed. As others go to lift the heavy animal, something softly whines from underneath it, and a young unicorn emerges, the sole survivor of the pack. It seems as though its mother's body protected it from harm. It looks up to you and whines again. A young unicorn has survived the carnage at the Enchanted Den and clings to you. Nurse the unicorn to strength and release it to the wild. That is very much a Wood Elf thing to do. I could... I think we just delay this for one turn. Heal up. Alright, we're going to pump out this Animists. And then we're going to move on. I would like the shock unit, but I think we're going to... We have to wait, of course. We can now build roads. We can give the diplomatic channels. Okay. There's some things we want for sure. Blint is leveled up. He probably wants defense. We're probably just going to go straight down to all this stuff. All this skirmisher stuff. We got the Empire Development skills. Blint is waiting. Because his little squad needs help. Oh, a Spirit Hawk. Now, normally this is a trash tier 1 unit, but... was it named Skarin? Araloth actually had a pet hawk. Whilst traveling the Eternal Court, your path is blocked by an apparition claiming to be a spirit from your own past. Blint, you may have forgotten about me. So many Gordia forget their past. This quest of yours is all so tiresome. Lie down with me instead. Gaze at the stars with me, like we did before. Remember, take my hand. Take your rest. The stars behind her blink, and for a moment they seem like eyes. Suddenly you feel weary. Perhaps you do need to lie down. Watch the stars for a while. Something is not right, but you feel your eyes close. Focus on the being behind the apparition. Spider Queen Arachna seems surprised to meet you. I should have known this day was coming. You caught me, master of the wild hunt, Blint, and a king in the woods. Let it be known that it was not my intention for Meandor to return this realm into a well of souls. I merely aimed to keep him distracted. Who ordered you to do this? Sundran demands to know. The Shadrai. Arachna answers coldly. Unlike many others in this web of Gordia, I act on my own volition. I saw a problem, and I solved it. For now. Now that you know what I am doing here, I must kill you. Meandor must not awaken from the spell I wove. What spell did you weave? Arachna smiles. Tricking the legendary Meandor was easily, actually. Every Gordia has their strings to pull. I merely weave webs with them. I learned Meandor was snooping around the Shadrai, but I could not defeat him, and even if I did, he would undoubtedly crawl back to Magehaven. So instead, I used the ghosts of his past to keep him occupied. Have you met them yet? His father especially was a challenge, since only a fracture of his soul was roaming Altweald, but I made do. Sundran snarls and Arachna laughs, an unnerving sound. Perhaps Meandor will trap your souls here too, after I defeat you. Enough talk. Let this... What does he say? Prepare for battle. Enough talk. Oh, how could I forget? Enough talk. Let this... He can't... He did... I know he's an orc, but he actually said something rather eloquent, I thought, for an orc. Enough talk. Let this be the end? Ooh, the Boots of Freedom. That's fantastic for our skirmish boy. Very fast movement, swift, immunity being slowed, and immobilized. Nice. Let this end? This is gonna bug me. That was a weird sound. Do I want to try and get this Temple of the God here? I mean, I'm so wounded. So low. More defense? More defense. We should probably grab a shot now. Maybe we'll go true shot on her. Make her a sniper. We'll make her a bow one day. I forgot that's a dragon. Why is that a dragon? Why did you take so much damage? I guess on the approach. From range units. Oh, an eagle mount. Let's go. Most flying mounts that the Wood Elves used were eagles. They did have forest dragons, which unfortunately are not in the game just yet. We have our first ancient wonder, the Enchanted Den. So, +2 mana per quarry within the domain. So there's a bunch of mountainous stuff over here for us to grab quarries to benefit from that particular feature. Athel can make its way down here. Do we want a second? I probably want this conduit, let's all be honest. Yeah. Legion of Steel is ready. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed having mana. This gives all of our units Zeal, which gives them bonus, well, all of our, everything but support and battle mages. Gives them like +1, +2 spirit damage, which doubles against condemned units. I don't think we're going to have condemned, or at least not for some time. You would like a wizard bond. You're offering me something else? Sure. Okay. Thanks, bud. I suppose we can cast Primal Communion now. We don't have a lot of amount of income, but we do have quite the pool. We're heading west to wage war, though. So that's all well and fun. I could go for this. I mean, this seems like a natural expanding path for Taliesin. Especially because it wants quarries. Grab a shrine first. Help fix our mana issues. I'm not sure we can do this. I have to wait a while before I have the health to make her happen. Oh, look at that rainbow clover. Cute. It's a little spooky. Hmm. Maybe we just unite in the capital and bonk all this stuff and then move west as a unit. Might be the play. I also want to head over here and do this. Do I need a hero to do that? Where's my scout? Look, there's another thingy here. Okay. We'll head back over here and see if the scout can pop this up. Get a third hero going. Or there's a hero here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have any shadow for that thing. Inspiring Chance, not bad. The shadow thing, what's it called? Knowledge Extraction? Hey, I was right. Knowledge Extraction, cool. Up. We'll hold off here. Actually, grab that so I can build roads. I love building roads. Eroloth the Bolds is going to get foraging training. Heal your squad, bud. I don't think I care about any of this. Ooh, that's probably going to go on Blint. Remains have been collected. Nice. I can make a new bounty. I don't care. Athel. We want a lot of things here. It might be this. Getting Imperium income is very important. The sooner we get Imperium income, the sooner it starts rolling. The sooner it starts rolling, the sooner we can get all the good stuff. So much for that pool of mana, eh? You can grab that. Road, 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 road. Road, 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 road. A low risk battle. Yikes. It's fine. Oh, I got production and just insta-finished it. Nice. You love to see it. Now, we do want the item forge, but it's not like a mandatory thing at the moment. The Arcane Institute for some more knowledge. Primal Wolf Communion is ready. This is going to give our non-cultural units, which is currently the bird and the plant, the Sylvan Wolf Boon and Forest Walk. Now, unfortunately, that was all of our mana. So we're going to need to fix that situation. We probably want to go Smithing Guild for Athel Lauren, right? That actually makes a lot of sense. You are approached by your hero, Aberloth the Bold. Her expression... Need to change that. Betrays rejection and vexation. After a deep sigh, he declares, "My whole life, I've always thought of myself as a shepherd, but as of late, doubts are creeping into my mind. Is this my destined path toward renown, or will plotting another course lead me to the success and satisfaction I currently lack, yet so desperately crave?" Being a duelist. Now, this actually fits with Aeroloth's lore. And we are at war with Melanis. I just have to remember about it. Or Conqueror. Alright. Let's go duelists. I am a duelist enjoyer. Much to my detriment, or to my detriment even, occasionally. Do-do-do-do-do. Wait a minute, I did change this. Huh. Okay. Whatever. Aeroloth is a Glade Lord. Oh well. What do you want? Oh, you want to build something. I do enjoy knowledge. Knowledge. Aeroloth has that. So, with access to all lores of magic, that includes the lore of fire. There's not really... Is there really a lightning lore? Not really. I mean, high magic has something akin to lightning, I guess. So maybe it's lightning instead of fire. Okay. I do like lightning. Cool. We're gonna get a silver tongue fruit if they, Ooh, you have a den here. Ooh, you are... Team, they're getting a little close to my potential domain here. I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that at all. A diplomatic approach will assure victory, will it? Will it? I swear, is this an outpost right outside my capital city? We're gonna have a problem, I think. Remember when I said that the Wood Elves didn't really like other people? Yeah. This is why. That's a dragon, by the way. I wish the Orion in Total War is one heck of an anti-large master. I kind of wish we carried the same prowess. But alas, I digress. Okay, it went off. Should have just waited. Well, at least we healed up. So we can now just summon the Primal Wolf. Just let her rip. I think we... My goodness, that hurts. I like how this is exactly the same damage. Oh, she can condemn. I don't know why, but that's okay. We'll take it. We do more damage against condemned units. So he now has the Fury of the Sylvan Wolf. That's nice. Very nice. Very nice. I was hoping that would kill. So now I want someone to stand on this. And preferably not die. Yeet. Nice. One of the things that amuses me, for not much reason, honestly, is no matter how different the rules are between Spellforce Conquest of AO and this one, for some reason I do pretty okay remembering that they're different. Wow, that got destroyed. No. Oh. Thought I was going to die. Okay, we have to win, like, right now. I can't afford to have my hero die. And I do mean I literally cannot afford it. Okay. You go this way. I think we can just have Blint's decisive command you. Yeet. Boom. No, grazes, double graze. Run. Yes. Oh. 4 HP in a dream. I lost the Raven thing, but that's okay. All right. Well, does require a hero unit. Okay. Do I have this? I do. Inspiring Chant is in. We didn't need that. That's okay. I guess we can get Fanatical Workforce. I don't need any more enchantments at the moment. Even though I do have a few scouts out and about. Don't need any enchantments. I would love to get the Bathhouse. No Empire skills available. It is Tributaries. Not very helpful at the moment. An evil presence lingers in these lands. We're about to bonk it. You meet the ruler of this realm, the Shadow Prince himself. His gaze is absent. He seems to look right through you. So, I meet Master of the Wild Hunt, Blint, and a King in the Woods. Are you here to become a part of my eternal court? Or are you intruders, here to ransack my realm as humans did my fathers? All elves are connected to this world. When they are torn from life, many elven souls attempt to return here. So many never make it, becoming lost. I will not let that happen again. I will preserve every soul that arrives here. Meandor does not seem interested in negotiations with you in his current state. Okay, so just because I have to conquer him through battle doesn't mean I have to go to war with him right now. I don't think. Continue to listen. Meandor continues. There is irony in seeing how mortals rush to their inevitable deaths. So many eternal lives lost to foolish mortal ambition. My first attempts to bring back the dead were flawed. It brought back my father, lost Emperor Iniok the Fallen, but he was not the same. The undead have their uses, but they lack soul. The answer was right in front of us. We were using souls as currency, whilst they themselves are the key. I must preserve their souls. I must protect this realm. Every soul. None must leave. All must be preserved. My beloved elven court, eternal as it should be. Leave him to his visions for now. Again, we have to destroy him the good old-fashioned way. But we'll get to that. Now about this Sylvari character who's building right in front of my city. Sundran approaches you. Meandor's state of mind is concerning. I cannot help but feel the Shadraya behind this, typical of those fools to mess with Gaudia they were told to avoid. Never mind. Meandor is crucial for the Covenant to follow the Shadrai in time, and I have to admit I have personal reasons for searching for him too. With my father gone and my mother missing, I have questions and doubts that only he can answer. We must bring Meandor to the Covenant. We cannot allow the Shadrai scheme to continue without us being able to interfere. Understood? I just looked at the corner of my second monitor. It is 1:30 in the morning, and there's a heat advisory. Oh, nice. Bro. I wish I could stand on that. I don't want you to be here. Taliesin is expanding. I want these two things, but I think we just go... I can't build a... No quarry? I need to go to tier 2 so I can expand further. I guess we get a second farm. That'll allow us to expand this way. To grab those nodes. Grab the Woodcarver's Workshop. Athelloran can expand as well. All this area is now free. Grab a Forester. This is going to be a concern, but it's a problem for the future. Eroloth the Bold, of course, is also going to be an initiate, and initiative nature. With some blight strikes and devastating evocation. We can summon some plants, but I don't think I want to right now. There's an infestation up here, apparently. News to me. Alright. So we're looking for a second city territory. Honestly, I might just absorb Weirdgate. We're actually really far away from that, aren't we? We need the Pact of Integration. So the simple solution would be to grab these city ruins. That way I can get the vacant steeple. We can go down here. We can grab all these juicy nodes. Wait. Where are you? So here's Meandor. Here's Milenis. I thought you were over here. Oh, wait. These are different people. This is Arachna. Huh. Okay. That city was nearby, actually. Might be a conquest situation. Yeah, we're going to have... You son of a bitch. We're going to have a problem, you and me. Alright. Alright. Alrighty then. That's a lot of people moving about. Well, okay, here's another one. There's a city here as well. Maybe we take over this. We just convert this. Begin the road gore. We need another animus for the main squad. I have no money. I have no money. I might try and cheese out the shepherd ambition. What's your ambition, actually? Not you. Ah, challenger. A bone wyvern and the other undead stare at your troops with fear and hunger in equal measure. Death to the undead. The Asrai would never let them do their thing. They are an offense to the Oak of Ages. To the will of the forests. Money? Do we just go forest again? Empire skills available. Ooh, this... Okay, so we do actually have a sizable amount of Imperium. Is this... Let's pop it. Fudge. I thought maybe it would have more than just Resurgent. So this is the Rite of the Spirit Wolf. This is a special Spirit Wolf that has Resurgence. So whenever he dies, he's revived. Now, again, we're not really doing the whole animal thing. But this is still a tier 3 unit. That's pretty good. And it kind of fits. Again, Orion has hounds that kind of follow him around for the hunts. This wouldn't be a bad place to settle either. This might just be an outpost, though, to grab the wonder. I think that's the situation. We can put it here. Okay. Road gore. Road gore. Road gore. Sorry, Erloth. Well, there's room for Erloth, I guess. Is he flying? Oh, he's very low HP, though. But you can't get back in, so... Here we go. Unknown ruler. It is said that only fools would disturb the eternal bedchambers of Queen Silis the Anointer. This, however, does not stop you. In the center of the tomb, you find a large altar with several preserved corpses draped around a decorated queen, looking like sleeping lovers even after centuries of being buried. Suddenly, the decorated corpse stirs and opens her eyes, her undead lovers following suit. Raspy voices echo through the tomb as they arise and beckon you. Welcome, intruders. Silas the Anointer grins. Have you come to reignite the flames of our passion with your essence? Alright, good job. I'll take it. Melenis the Lifeless greets you with a cold smile. Ah, another lost soul roaming this realm of death and destruction. My husband may want to relive his memories, but I cannot sit still while he focuses on the ghosts from his past. She sighs, frustrated. I will not stop until every world in the astral sea is nothing but dust, stopping the cycle of destruction and creation at the desolation in betwixt. I had hoped my husband would join me, but he is afflicted. Are you here to aid me in this quest for death and oblivion, or will you join the many cursed souls on this realm? I'm here to claim this realm. You have defeated the undead queen and her lovers. The queen rises once more and claps her hands, impressed. I should have watched the replay for that. I didn't think about that. Her raspy voice once again echoes to the Reaper's hollow. You have impressed me, master of the wild hunt, Blint under King of the Woods. Not many are able to do so. You have ignited passions within me that I had long forgotten. For that, I wish to thank you. The Lich Queen bows. I am yours, O master of the wild hunt, as is my wealth. I no longer have need of it. I don't need that. I don't want you. I'll take one turn of knowledge. Melenis laughs scornfully. If you wish to change the fate of this accursed realm, you should deal with my husband. I ventured here to find him, hoping our reunion would lead to a renewed alliance, but he has become pathetically obsessed with the fate of all souls within the astral sea. Whenever I dare to even come close to his translucent pets, he calls me a mortal traitor and threatens to attack me. Me! I try to reason with him, but he pays me no heed. Disappointing. I believe Meandor is afflicted by a powerful spell, and I have located apparitions that seem to be connected to it. However, I cannot properly investigate them myself. So, do I want to decline this quest? I think, I want to say it's been so long, but I think we get one final option. Like, if we follow this quest to its fruition, like the quest of the realm, at the very end, we get one choice. That's just like, accept the peace you've created, or commit to war. So we'll let this quest play out. But just remember, team, we will have war. Ooh, that's cool. I think this is going to be upsetting her. Yeah. I don't particularly care, though. Alright. Identical workforce is in, and it is time to pick a new tome. Now, as the Asrai, there is one tome that perfectly encapsulates our will. One. And then there is one tome that is no longer canon that supports our ambitions. The Wood Elves originally had their own lore, the lore of Athaloran. And it was, or lore of the Fae, I think they interchangeable names. And so, Tome of Famous, perfect. Again, this is no longer canon, I believe, but we will be picking this up after Tome of the Glades.
There is vigor in the verdant leaf, might in the branch of the yew. Blessed are those who tend to the forests and let this verdant emerald blanket unfurl over the lands. Such guardians of the glade will find that the land repays its protectors in natural power.
Now, leaf skin is a little interesting. We already have Forest Walk, but potion resistance is pretty good. On top of that, this will change how our culture looks, and the Wood Elves are green, so kind of. Orion's green. But what we're really here for is the Glade Runner. Okay, look at it. It's a tier 3 archer unit, and the wood elves are known for their archery. Honestly, all the elves are kind of known for their archery. I guess the dark elves aren't really. They have crossbows instead. Blint, the Hunter King in the woods, is leveled up and is going to get Adept of Nature. I'm sure you can see where this is all going. Decay, interesting. Do I want both of these? Adaptive Vigor and Withering Decay? We'll take Adaptive Vigor. Fun fact, the idea of Adaptive Vigor, we'll grab Martial Expertise. Once per turn, this unit gains regeneration when hit by an attack. Is kind of... Ooh, Wallbreaker. Yes, please. Exemplified in Total War. Warhammer, of course. With his item, the Cloak of Isha. The Cloak of Isha is like an item he has. A war... What is it called? War gear. In the tabletop. We probably want Piercing Shot, I think. Yeah. Let's go Piercing Shot. So True Shot and Scatter Shot now bypass 50% of the target's defense and resistance. Araloth is probably just going... We going Spell Pen? Can we go Quick Face? Let's do that. Mandor has crossed you. Mandor's crossed everyone. I get grievances against evil, and guess what? The whole squad is evil, except for this guy. But I'm gonna have so many grievances against him. So he likes me. Do I purge the whole realm? Tier 3. I think we purged the whole realm, team. I think we're purging everybody. This needs to go to tier 2. Right. Good talk, everyone. Soil Tenders. Maybe we grab Natural Recovery. We have a lot of walking to do. I think we'll be okay. We'll grab Soil Tenders. More grow. More good. So yeah, the Cloak of Isha is an actual war gear for Orion, and we will be crafting the Cloak of Isha. But the way it's exemplified in Total War Warhammer is that when he gets, is it below 20% health? He gets ward save, so he takes reduced damage. And then he starts healing. It makes him very tanky. Are we really looking to expand here? I'm not sure. This could be a fantastic city spot, though. I guess it depends what we're going to do with... You just following? The rats are following? What are we going to do with this Memory of Sylvana situation? Oh yeah, I haven't expanded yet. I can't! I can't expand! Oh, mana! Well, this is a problem. I need a quarry, and I can't build a quarry. Hey. Could you, like, stop expanding in my domain? That'd be really cool. Guess we'll grab a mine. What is this? Oh, so my mana is going away. And the obvious thing is to grab this. I'll do it. Tell me I won't. Oh, I don't need to queue anything up. Which I'm not even going to recruit anything because then I'll have the funds next turn to go to the next tier. Arachna got bonked. It's okay. Nope. We're going to go to war with him eventually. I'm a little annoyed about this, but we're just going to have to accept it and move on. This would be, again, the Sylvan Wolfden makes this a great city place, but we can just grab this one. And then we can use that to launch an assault immediately on the lady whose quest we picked up. I believe this is a brewer ogre. Brewer, I hardly even know her. I don't think this is better than the shield. Look how much HP I have now. Is it time for Sundran to start being her own? No, we can get rid of one of the darters. Doing this for now. Get walls and then we'll annex that. We don't want to do the workforce yet. Good. I don't have the mana for anything here. I was insulted. I was insulted. Well, at least you two are in lockstep with that. I think we'll grab the Memory of Sylvanas. And again, we're probably going to purge it. We're not goody-goody two-shoes. We're good, but we're not goody-goody two-shoes. Shame we won't get Dark Vigor, though. But that's okay. We actually aren't going to get, like, any of the means of, any means of production. Any of the means of healing an enemy territory. Expansive Reach. Could be good. For now, I think we'll wait, though. Rivalry between Meandor and that guy. My whole capital city is about to burn to the ground. I might send our bold boy back. Take care of that. I think these two stacks can deal with most of this. Yeah, the bold will go back and deal with this. We can't afford to lose everything in Athelorn. So, welcome to day 31. I've reloaded a little bit because I sent Eraloth off to go stop this, which is awful, by the way. But I regretted the choice so heavily that I'm reloading. You might be wondering, why did I regret it so heavily? Well, this guy, for whatever reason, left immediately after sieging this. And, you know, I was just on a wild goose chase. And the Memory of Sylvanas is quite well defended, where I needed this extra army to help me out. So, here we are. We got the Glade Runner in, and the Entwined Protector is on its way. The forces of the trees were awfully helpful to the Wood Elves. This is the Glade Runner. All Wood Elves are known for their archery. High Elves as well. But the Glade Runner is the best archer unit in the game, arguably. Especially because of Tracker's Mark. So we have them now. These will be our true ranged units once we can start fielding a bunch of them. Arachna has returned to the Spider's Den. A rivalry was declared on me. And this is just going to have to solve itself. We do have access to a 4th hero, if I could afford it. So maybe they can jump in and help us out. Possibly. We're looking at 300 gold. Probably not, let's be honest, team. We need the money to siege down the Memory of Sylvanas. We need to start... Oh, I could have done that. I need to start making a an Animist for Blint stack. we can start getting Glade Wonders and our Tier 3 cultural unit, the Ancestor Warden. Now, there were two types of Spears units, right, for the Wood Elves. Aren't there the Glade Guardians and the Astrite War Dancers who could use swords or spears? See? Why are you running away? I don't know. I don't know, Godfather. But it looks like we'll be able to just annex the Reaper's Hollow, which is interesting. But, yeah, the Ancestral Wardens are a very good polearm unit. They used to be the best polearm unit until they were outclassed by the Pyre Warden. But don't feel too bad. The Pyre Warden just does its own thing. Start with an Animist. It might be time to get a Blacksmith. Not gonna lie. I still don't have a Granner. I don't have a Vendor. Get a Vendor. Money good. Oh. Oh, yeah, you tiered up. Congratulations. Welcome to Tier 2. Alright. So we are going to siege down Memory of Sylvanas. This is a Tier 3 city, so we want Raiding Party. I also want Undermining the Walls, but I don't have the funds for that. We need to make sure that if I get attacked, it doesn't drag this in. Do I have something cute? Guess we'll cut that for now. Let's undermine the walls. Cool. So Blint has the Siege Master thingy, or whatever it's called, Wall Breaker. Siege Master. So all his units have Siege Breaker, which is why this is a 2-turn thing instead of a 3-turn thing. Yes, you've all done your good stuff. You have your outposts. You're still vibing. So technically this doesn't have to be annexed into any city. It doesn't have any like benefits for like the quarry thing. Something like that. I think we're just gonna absorb Memory of Sylvanas. It's a level 9 city. It has this for us to grab. It has this. Yeah, looking good. Make our way down here. Again, if we get attacked, and when we attack, we don't want to drag in this stack. Telson! So we can get mana there, we can get mana here. With the Astral 2, giving us even more mana and knowledge, and we get more world map casting points. Which will be helpful for when we're casting more world map stuff. Unfortunately, I can't afford any of you just yet. We could do the Rite of Allegiance. Do we care? I don't think we do. Expert Sailors might actually be good just because it gives us a bunch of food. We're about to annex a city, but I don't think we need that. So we'll grab Expert Sailors. So well, this doesn't affect Taliesin at all, but our capital does have a few rivers in it. And there's one here. There's a lot here, actually, in the Memory of Sylvanas. Okay. It may not have been the best pick, but it was a good pick. Our relationship with Sylvani is going down because we have grudges. We do have a shared affinity, which is cute, but again, she's like building on my doorstep for some reason, question mark. So we're going to have to put an end to that. I don't know why she's doing it, but alrighty. This is a risky battle. Now, this actually would have fulfilled the challenger condition for Sundran if I didn't bring back this army. But team, this is a hard fight. I'll say I do. It still loses. Okay. That's how difficult this fight is. Let's see if this can be our grand, glorious climax. So we have 55 combat casting points and 86 mana, which I believe is enough to cast all of our spells once. I believe. Now normally I like to ball up, like overload one flank. Go from there. This wall wasn't very undermined, was it? Which might not be a bad idea over here. Get to see a few units in action for the first time. We'll see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down now. We'll see if we can kind of pivot our army. Might have these two do like a secret Asian man's secret Asian thingy, you know? Okay, you awakened yourself. Fair enough. These are ballista, so they are single target. We don't have any catapults involved here. I hope that archer feels like being alone. Wow, that hurt. Okay. Oh. You have wind barrier? Are you serious? A fiddly fudge. Is this wall broken? Well, that's going to complicate matters. Alright, well. I don't want to go in. Because if I do, I know we're going to die. But maybe that's part of the... part of the bit. Because for some reason this archer has come out to play. Okay. Now the question is, do I heal Sundran or do I not? And where am I dropping this wolf? Not sure why you have Demolisher, but I'll take it. The wolf has to be dropped. We have to... What's the cooldown on this? Okay, fine. See, if I drop the wolf here, it just gets shanked by all this crap and then charged by you. Okay. I wish I could hit this. Maybe this should have moved up one and then moved... Yeah, that's what we should have done. Well. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's fucking annoying. So that thing has resurgence when it inevitably dies. Okay. Okay. So we're working on this tower. The tower is down. You stay there. It's probably not worth. You would live at one. You are skirmishers now, right? Yeah, you are. Unfortunately, he's going to come back, but it'll be okay. So... that's a fat heal for our boy. I like this damage, but I don't like how I get there. big flanks. You all rooted? What the actual fuck? Rude? Can you really not kill that? This is way too far. Well, I mean, this thing comes at her. Fuck it. Okay. The Curse of Undeath affects everyone, right? Or is it just non-hero units? Because depending on how much damage this does, this is a dead hero. And if this is a dead hero, we're happy. I could also kill this unit. It's dead. Okay. Let's not hit our friends. Ah, I can't move. Alright. It affects him too. Oh, fat heals. Okay. All right. Good news. I thought you were supposed to die. Oh, he's steadfast, of course. Almost kills. Kind of kills. Heal next turn. Heal next turn. So Blint can kill this. For realsies. And he has full Sylvan Wrath. Maybe we want to cull the archers a little bit. I would have definitely should have awakened first, but this is the Primal Wolf who's doing the work of the gods. Probably want to. That's so overkill though. By doing this, we cut down their numbers, which of course reduces their damage. It's all well and good. We have our plant. We have more shields. I would love to heal Sundran. We have the most questionable positioning in the world here. So we have either heal with 2 regen or a potentially 30 heal. This will heal Blint to full. But he also has 2 stacks of regeneration. Can he tank this turn is the question. So he's going to heal 12. Okay, so it's not for him. Sundran is not quite... She won't get a fat heal for this. Forgot about you. Just defend with you. You exist to buy time. And now the question is, where does this mana go? Does it go into Sundran? Will that keep her safe? Keep her secret? Keep her safe? Let's find out. I thought steadfast meant he couldn't act for a turn. Okay. All right. Well, this is happening. Blint can destroy this. He also has his action back. Good. Where's the corpse? Okay. I only get to heal once for this, or shoot once for this, but that's okay. So you can go in here and tie all this crap up. You know what? Just stand here. Okay. I kind of want to shoot this. I think it's coming back next turn. Aeroloth needs to be healed. He's going to die. I swear, these shock eaters have been the most useless thing on the roster. I have to heal Aeroloth, right? Okay, Blint can restore this guy. So he can beat on this. And then he himself can just bonk this thing. You can follow up. Again, I think I should kill this, but here we are. This protector's over here. Maybe I should have gone defense mode. I don't know. Alright. Everything is so low. I should have gone defense mode. Fuck. Even with healing, that killed him. Ugh. This is annoying. Okay. The shock unit is in, team. We did it. You made it in. It's a miracle. Can you reach him here? Of course you can. Alright. We're going to kill the ballista next turn. I should consider this a lesson to learn from the AI. Oh, hey. Because the AI will always go after these things. And now I know why. Now we know why. Okay. We got it, team. So I need a crypt in order to resurrect Aeroloth. But other than that, like... good to go, I think. just going to break that. You stay in defense mode. Okay. No, don't do that. It's fine. You know, just totally fine. I'm not mad. This has been tough, but hey, consider it a good lesson of some kind. I don't know what. Okay, we killed it. GG. So we lost Aeroloth, who we can just resurrect. We lost the Protector, we lost the Plant, and we lost the Protector, and we lost the Brew Ogre. Got it. Phase Cloak, and the Slowing Firebrand. Ooh, a tier 4 stuff. The ghost of fallen King Cerados of House Eniok is defeated. He and Thanos appear in front of Sundran one last time. Oh, we can see clearly. Now the rain is gone. That we are freed from this realm. We are sorry, Sundran. We do not intend to fight you. This realm, it affects the soul. Thank you for releasing us. Thanos steps forward. We must go now. I see a darkness in you, sister. Do not let it overtake your heart. Honor me by protecting those who cannot protect themselves. He smiles. Someday we will meet again. Sundran embraces her father and brother one last time before they fade away. Sundran of House Eniok breathes deeply after the spirit of her father and brother have faded. She stares into the distance before she speaks. And my father and brother died because I could not protect them. Enduring my torment of shadows, I have seen dangers even we Gordia can barely comprehend. I must protect those who cannot protect themselves. For this, I must make hard choices, do things others may not understand, and currently, that means breaking the curse on my uncle, by any means necessary, so he can lend his aid in turn. Now I have freed my brother and father, I feel strengthened in my quest. Thank you, Blint. I will not forget this. Together, we can free this realm. The Asturai will take this part over. They shall secure this realm. Nice. And claim victory. There are more now. See, when I went back with Aeroloth, they left, departed. Now, ooh, interesting. They're back. I have no mana. But we'll make the crypts, we'll resurrect Aeroloth, which will cost even more mana. Sundran. Do we just keep her as order? Just for the memes? We can have her take Keeper's Mark, I guess. Physical range is 2 plus and physical damage for each unit tier on the targets. Each unit adjacent. I like Big Game Hunter. I played that card in, I remember that card from Hearthstone, too. Cool. And we'll get heroes to join us, of course. We've looked at the remains of Aeroloth the Bold. He shall return anew. I don't think I like this guy. This gal. I think we're going to have to kill them all. I think everyone's going to die. Why can't I build this? Oh, my conduit's in ruins. Of course, that's why I can't build it. Of course. Right. Money. But my friends, that is a problem. What's worse than Orion chasing you down? Orion teleporting onto you. That is a problem for the Underking in the woods next time. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and the channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you would like to check out the channel, feel free to join the Discord description down below. And I just remember what promote is. Promote is the feudal king thing. The feudal culture thing. That's right. And I'll see you next time as we continue the rise of the Godia and conquer this realm in the name of Orion.